It's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NAK. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance easier to see. I had done this analysis in the past, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. But I'm actually just going to go ahead and get rid of those lines here, just because after the wild action today, want to kind of start afresh here and just map out where some of these levels are. So a very crazy day during the first early morning. I mean, the price was just getting hammered, but then to give some credit where credit's due, the bulls finally stepped in right there and did provide a good solid bounce essentially the remainder of the day. A little bit of a pullback here late afternoon, but overall from as low as it was down below $2, nice recovery on the bulls part. So we'll see if they can start to kind of build upon this bounce. So how am I defining build upon? Well, the first ideal level that you want to see the price stay up above in order to, again, quote unquote, build upon is right here at $2.30. If you stop and think about it, the price does pull down there, bounces around, and then heads back up. If that were to happen, where would your bases of lows be? Well, you'd have a base of lows right here. You'd have this previous base down there. And if you picture each of those as stair steps, well, hey, that would be a nice, upward staircase that would, be put into place. So $2.30, definitely that ideal level where, if the bulls are going to quote unquote build upon, the bounce that they've established today, you definitely want to see the price stay above 230. In the event 230 can hold, next key level of support, I'm going to call right down there at $2.10. So 230. And then $2.10, important areas of support going forward. If the price breaks below $2.10 at that point, I'm not saying it's going to drop straight down to these previous lows within seconds, but it would not be, surprising at all to see some sort of, retest of the lows down here below $2. But I don't want to talk anymore about below $2 because as it stands right now, the price is quite a bit of ways above $2, including up above both of those levels of support. As far as levels of resistance, pretty straightforward here. In my mind, it's all about that purple line there, which is the 50-period simple moving average. I realize it's way up there right now and the price is down here, but keyword there being moving average. So as time goes by, that line's going to continue to move its way downwards and get more and more relevant. So keep an eye on any sort of continued upwards movement. How does the price react up around that purple line, if that does happen. So crazy day. Although the bulls did start to show some signs of strength with the bounce, so we'll see if they can build upon this bounce the remainder of the week. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.